Welcome back to another episode of Master Duel. We're spotlighting the Rikka deck. I'm about 6 winning streaks in to silver. I basically blew through all of bronze, so that is about 11 winning streaks on this. So we're gonna watch some. Well, actually, I'll probably show off the deck first. This is the Rikka Negate deck from Juan Official. Evil Thorns, Lone Fire Blossom, those are essential. And then you run your Rikka engine with some parallel exceeds. You run very little trap cards in here, if any. And this is a really funny extra deck, but it works. So here we go into the replays. Starting from bronze. Here we go. I do get to fight some interesting decks here. I think I fought a Destiny hero right before I fought a Elemental hero. So that's kind of funny that I didn't get to fight like the meta hero deck, but it is what it is. So this opening hand is kind of crappy because I have 2 Evil Thorns in my hand. It would actually help if I only had 1. If I have 1 Evil Thorn, I can summon Evil Thorn, tribute it, get 2 more Evil Thorns, and throw down Primula. But that wasn't the case, so I need to pull out another Rikka monster here. So Primula comes down, and then I just go into a Link monster here. I went into the Link monster instead of going into Exceeds because this Blessed Wind will let me get the Realm Mage back. The problem here is I didn't know that I can't bring him back into the extra zone, so I bring him back, but he's basically useless. Anyways, Raigeki comes out, which is okay. My opponent's playing Toon Whirl Bookmark, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if you have any starters or not, but I'm stopping that right there. If that was his only card and he has no starters, I think we're good. So activate the Blessed Winds, drop 1,000 life points to revive the Bloom, and thank God I draw into the Lone Fire Blossom here because she does not do anything if she's not pointed to anybody. So she's just an 1800 beat stick here. So I'm gonna tribute her and go into Orphis Scorpio. Orphis Scorpio will let me summon Boral Savage Dragon. I'm gonna tribute them into Cross Sheep. Instant fusion out the Sea Monster of Theseus. Another Lone Fire Blossom. Tribute the Lone Fire Blossom. Get the Gene Raider boss monster out here. I get her on my hand. That's for next play. The Snowdrop's for next play if I get a card in my hand. But here comes the Boral Savage Dragon. And then we're just gonna attack. And then I took back one of my cards so I can recycled one of my cards so I can actually get some more life points. Negate the enemy controller, so I was gonna attack him, but then he tributes his own monster. Guess he didn't read the card, negated him, and then went all face. Opponent survives by 700. Here comes the Toon Whirl Bookmark again, and I'm like, nope, negating that again. So, yeah, I think that's GG. And my opponent gives it. His name is Beaten Parrot, huh? Okay, this starting hand, the starting hand has several issues. We got the Lone Fire Blossom, which is great, but I got the Turtle Plant Cobra here, and Cobra in hand is a Garnet. So Lone Fire Blossom comes out. Go into Evil Thorn. I get 2 monsters out with Evil Thorn. And then I go into the Aroma Jasmine. Monster Reborn into the Lone Blossom again. So now I get to switch out 2 more monsters. Lone Blossom special summons. I think I special summon one of my guys that can come back from the grave. So either Carrot or Spore. But I already have Spore in hand, so it has to be Carrot. And then we went for Mudan there, so I can get the Rikka spell card. And then use the Carrot to drop the Spore. I'm gonna use the Spore to bring back the Carrot here. And I make a mistake here. These 2 can go into Borlo Savage Dragon on the right, but he has nothing he can link into. So he has nothing he can equip, so I need to get rid of the Jasmine. Realistically, the best way to get rid of Jasmine is through Snowdrop's effect, and then I summon Cobra onto the fields with Snowdrop, and then I can go. The problem with that is I can't go into Borlo Savage Dragon after I drop the Snowdrop, so I have to go to Borlo Savage Dragon first, and that's the problem. I thought I can actually go into Savage Dragon plus Rikka, plus Teardrop Rikka, but we're gonna go into. I believe we're gonna go in Cross Sheep here to get rid of the Aroma, and then we're gonna go Borlo Savage Dragon. I was thinking I can I can summon her first and then get Rikka, but actually that doesn't work. So actually this line of play is actually correct. And so I'm on the board with about 6,000 damage and an Omni Negate. Not the best first turn. Because last turn, if I was able to summon Borlo Savage Dragon and then I throw down the Snowdrop, I have a way of going into Appaloosa plus Borlo Savage Dragon. The most ideal board to end on is Borlo Savage Dragon, Appaloosa, and Rikka Teardrop. But anyways, my opponent plays Dark Hole and Twin-Headed Behemoth, and I'm like, what the hell kind of deck plays that? I looked at it later, he's actually playing the Blue Eye starter deck. So it's not like I've beaten any crazy meta deck or anything, but hey, better than nothing. I had no monster I contribute to summon the Rikka, so there's that. Too bad Ash Blossom isn't plant. She should be, considering her name is Ash and Blossom. But anyways, here comes a Dark Hole. I was like, what the hell? Who carries so many Dark Holes? And meanwhile, I'm holding Raigeki, not willing to use it. I'm kind of bricked here. So I throw out the 3 monsters that are for the Borlo Savage Dragon combo. Because I can no longer summon him. We're going to go into the Gene Raider field card here. That seems to be the best out of the 3. And as long as my opponent draws a card, which he will, I'm going to summon the Gene Raider boss monster out with a whole crap ton of tokens. So now we got 3,000 gems, and I'm thinking, so my opponent surrenders there because he's basically bricked. So now that we got 3,000 gems, I'm thinking what deck I should build next. I'm thinking either Sulficord, we continue with the waifus, or we continue with plant. Waifu deck wise, I have right now my deck for this free to play account is Invoke Shadal Dogmatica, which is near perfect, and I got this deck, which is decently competitive, I guess. Technically, Rikka is not competitive by any means, because Rikkas are super, they're super susceptible to interruption. I'm just lucky I haven't ran into anybody that Ash Blossom me yet. Anyways, this is a good starting hand. I got the Lone Fire Blossom out. Lone Fire Blossom pulled out the Primaloo. Evil Thorns is gonna pull out another monster here, and then I'm gonna go into the Parallel Exceed. This is close to the perfect hand, except I got freaking Cobra in hand, which is a Garnet. If I don't have Cobra in hand, we can end the board with like 3 Rikkas, 4 Little Savage Dragon, and maybe even Appaloosa. But I don't, so the best I can do is end here with 2 or 3 Rikkas. I probably can end with 2 Rikkas here, and that'll be that. So Sterna requires a tribute. So if I tribute her, I can upgrade her to a better Rikka Queen. And normally the 2 options are either I pop her with the Jasmine, but it turns out I have Mudan in hand, so I pop her with the Mudan. I get another Rikka Glamour, and then I use her to bring back my Rikka Queen. I was thinking I can go into Teardrop, but I use the Rikka Glamour to pull out Teardrop Goddess here, so that I can go into Rikka. Well, generally when I say Rikka, I mean Teardrop. So now change everybody to rank 8 or level 8, going into Teardrop here. Technically I could have finished with 2 of them, but it is what it is. And I could have linked the other 3 into Appaloosa, but it doesn't really make a difference. I'm going to try to pop him here. I have her for Spell Negate, Spell Destruction Negate, but she's not that good. Think about cutting her. She's probably the first person I can cut and switch into something else. So I tributed the guy, and then actually it helps that the enemy controller put me to defense mode. I think if it tried to destroy me, I can use her effect to block out the enemy controller. I'm surprised she didn't tribute and control. I guess that's a misclick. I don't know. But I popped them with the Teardrop effect again. And here my opponent has about 7,700 life. We're going for an FTK here. We're going for an OTK here. And my opponent at this point knows that I'm going to have the OTK, so he surrenders. And that was the last game in Bronze. We're going into Silver now. It's interesting that you don't get to fight people in higher rank. Silver, you need to beat people in Silver. That's kind of how League of Legends is, but it is what it is. This hand, not that great. The reason why this hand isn't so great is because Petals will force me to only special summon plants, and any of the Rikkas will also, like Snowdrop also forces me to only be able to summon plants. So searched off the Petals, and then we're gonna drop 2 cards, and I also get Primula here. So that's gonna go into a Teardrop. I was thinking about which of the 2 I should use for whether I should use Snowdrop or Primaloo for the Teardrop, but I went with Snowdrop. I need Primaloo later to link into Aroma. Anyways, so my opponent's play there, he used 2 magic cards to search basically 3 or 4 monsters. When he summoned this, I know he's playing Utopia, but I don't know how to counter Utopia or which monster to hit. Because Utopia can end on a board with like 4 or 5 big boss monsters. So he summons this guy, Utopic Onomatopoeia, and that's the one I'm going for. So I tributed him right away, and it turns out that stopped the play. Petals comes. I dropped the petals. Petal comes back. So now I can link out petals into Aroma, and I can get the FTK here. Well, it wouldn't be FTK, it would be OTK, because that's my second turn now. So Aroma Jasmine comes out. Parallel Exceed comes out. Parallel Exceed goes into Sterna. Sterna drops a card. I get another unit. I'll get another card back. And then I used Snowdrop's effect to tribute her instead of Aroma's effect. I still have Aroma's tributing effect. But basically I can go right into second teardrop. That's just through the Sterna. That's just through the Sterna effect. I can go into a third teardrop, but at this point I already have the I can go into a third teardrop, or I can use Aroma to pop the Rose Girl and go into Borderlo Savage Dragon. But it didn't matter because at this point my opponent had an empty board and I didn't want to waste his time. So there we go. That was that. So we just finished it. But basically on that board I could have gone several other directions. But it didn't matter because my opponent didn't have a board. But you'll notice that I'm in lower ranked, you're not as likely to run into hand traps. So I can actually take off with the with the Rikka plays and all the crazy combos. This is probably the worst possible opening hand. I have Ash, 2 Ashes and a Max Seed. It's like, what the hell am I gonna do with that? Rikka Glamour, I can pull a Rikka, but that's not gonna do anything. So it's gonna come down to the Pot of Prosperity here. I was thinking if Pot of Prosperity doesn't hit anything good, I'll use Rikka. I'll use the Rikka to Glamour to pull out Petals and use Petal to search. But since I hit a Lone Fire here, Lone Fire is gonna be my starter, and that will pull out Primula. That'll pull out Primula, and then into the Evil Thorns tributes, links into Jasmine, and then I use Jasmine to pop her. And then we go into the Borderlo Savage Dragon here. I dropped one of the Ashes. Realistically, might have been better to drop Max Seed here, but it doesn't matter. I dropped the Ash. We're going to Cross Sheep, Borderlo Savage Dragon, you know the drill. So we have a Cross Sheep and we have a Savage Dragon out as my ending play. Actually, because I dropped the Ash, I was able to summon Helka Fibrax. That was the other reason why I dropped the Ash over the Max Seed. But the main thing is I had 2. So drop the Ash makes my opponent thinks I'm not carrying Ash. So out comes Helka Fibrax. And Helka Fibrax pulls out Spore. So next turn I can pop the Spore and then use the Spore's effect and bring him back. Basically link climb with the Spore. When he summoned this guy, I was wondering whether or not I need to negate him. I didn't, so I waited for something bigger. He polymerizationed, in which case I'm like, okay, I'm gonna negate that. So Poly's negated. He's playing heroes, so next is probably Future Destiny or Fusion Destiny. So that gets Ash. So he just drops 2 cards and is about to end. He can hit the Helka Fibrax, so I activate Helka Fibrax effect to pop one of his cards in the back. I popped the Destiny Signal, which probably isn't the best card to pop, but it is what it is. He has another card, but I have 1 more negate. So we get the negate here. the tactics gets destroyed. The Green Raider field card comes out, and then basically next turn he draws a card. I get to special summon the Gene Raider boss out right away. And token. So I get a full board here, staring down nothing on 2 cards. Pretty sure this is a win. Until he plays Fusion Destiny again, and I'm like, damn, I should have dropped the max seed and kept the Ash. But if I dropped the max seed, I wouldn't be able to go into half the 5 racks, so too bad. I was expecting the Destiny Hero Plasma and Dogma fuses. I was expecting Destiny Hero Sub-Zero. Suddenly the board looks a lot more fair. But it doesn't matter. This is GG. We pop the Spore. We go into Snowdrop. Snowdrop goes into Teardrop. And we can pull out 2 Teardrops here and just tribute both his monsters and punch face. That's 1 Teardrop, 2nd Teardrop. Turns out I can only pop 1 guy at a time, even if I have 2 Teardrops on the board. So this is a hard once per turn. It's non-destruction removal, I guess, because So I just fought Destiny Hero. I think I run into Elemental Hero right after that, which I thought was interesting because neither of them are playing the, I wouldn't say legit hero deck, but the meta hero deck, the one with the freaking 5 fusion monsters first turn. Anyways, this opening hand is okay, I guess, but I'm pretty bricked. So Rose Girl goes out. So really bad opening hand. I'm bricked. Get Elemental Hero Solid Soldier and Elemental Hero Liquid Soldier, and he polymerizations, and I'm like, I'm screwed. At this point, I'm just like, I'm completely screwed, because if this was the top tier hero deck, he would be able to summon 4 or 5 fusion monsters and basically OTK me. Turns out it's not that, or he's bricked, or he didn't have the best opening hand to pull off that combo. Anyways, Raigeki goes out. Get very lucky to draw into a Lone Fire Bloom here. Threatening War, which is interesting, so I can't hit him here. And then I get the Floodgate Trap Hole. I was like, oh crap. So I'm like, okay, I can't start. So now it's 3 hard to 3 card. I'm actually kind of worried that he might get a big hero. He might get a big hero before me. Turns out he's playing Wildheart. Luckily, he actually hit me with Wildheart first, or I would take no damage. But I thought that was a Contact Fusion. It wasn't. It's a Utopia, and I'm like, what the hell? Elemental Hero into Utopia is interesting. I draw the Evil Thorn, and that is enough to win. Because Evil Thorn is gonna tribute, and I'm basically going for the OTK here. After Reborn the Lone Fire. Gonna use Lone Fire to pop and get spores. That's just to get extensions. Borlo Savage Dragon comes out here. Wait, still waiting on the Rikka. Crossbeat comes out, brings another Longfire Blossom back. Longfire Blossom not once per turn is really, really broken. So Borlo Savage Dragon comes out here. I believe I make a mistake here. No, wait, no, that was correct. So that's one Rikka, that's one Teardrop Rikka. And then Longfire Blossom would get the Gene Raider boss out. And that's FTK, that's an OTK right there. These replays are actually going by decently fast, but when I'm actually playing the deck, every turn takes like 5 minutes. It's worse than Drytron. And it's about as bad as Drytron, and I gotta be very aware of like where I put all my stuff. Because I have one Evil Thorn in my hand, I can't start with the Longfire into Evil Thorns combo. But that doesn't matter, I can still throw out the Longfire here. Tribute Longfire, get some kind of extender, so Spores would be a good one. Pop the Spores, go into Savage Dragon. And then that's when I realized I made a mistake. Because I summoned her, I can't go into Savage Dragon. Because it's grass, because Borlo Savage Dragon is non-plant type. So I'm going Rikka Queen Teardrop here, and I'm keeping the Cobra out, so I can instant fuse and get Borlo Savage Dragon there. But it seems like I messed up and my opponent surrendered. I think that was I think that wasn't a DC. It said surrender, but that replay just goes to show you like this deck is kind of annoying to play because there's a bunch of monsters that lock you out of special summoning, making you only special summon plant types, and I'm not playing pure plant, so that's kind of an issue. This opening hand, go into Petal pulls out Snowdrop, and this is right after what I did last time. This is right after what happened last time. I was thinking about using Snowdrop to bring out Orphis Scorpio, which would get me the combo to get Borlo Savage Dragon. But if I bring him out with Snowdrop, I can't Borlo Savage Dragon. So I summoned these two, and instead of going to Rikka, I just passed, which is kind of dumb. I should have went into Rikka. Every time I say Rikka, I mean Teardrop. I should have went into Teardrop, but I didn't. Anyways, so it's Crusadia, and I have no idea how to stop Crusadia, to be honest. Like, I legit don't know how to deal with Crusadia, but it turns out that the Ash basically ended his whole combo because he tributed his own monster. So that seems like a little too risky. So we're going into the FTK right here. Well, OTK because it's my first, but it's because I went first. So going for the OTK here. Parallel Exceed, go into Sterna. Sterna gets sacrificed into top Sterna and go into Teardrop, and then use Snowdrop's ability to get another Teardrop. So Teardrop comes out here. At this point, I already have OTK, so I don't need to do anything else, like pop Sterna or pop any of the cards in my hand, because then it doesn't matter anymore here. So Rikka's is definitely Rikka is definitely very capable of OTKing your opponent. But it's just a huge pain in the ass to summon everything. Combo is way too long and complicated. There's a lot of different branching options you can choose once you have all your monsters on the field. I believe the last one is against Blue Eyes. And I make a huge mistake here that almost ended my 10-11 win streak. Anyways, Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon, 1 card face down. I got a decent opening hand, and I draw into a better one. So I draw into the Cumula. All 3 Rikka monsters right here. So Lone Fire into Evil Thorn combo here. I believe I go into Sportal Savage Dragon here instead of Teardrop. I dropped the Mudon because I'm gonna summon the Generator Boss. Here I'm actually trying to FTK him, but I failed. I was thinking of going into Teardrop, top his guys with Teardrop's effect, and then kill him. Turns out, I didn't have that. And then I misplay a couple times here. So instead of going into Teardrop here, I went into Hypertron. Because I thought I needed more negates. Also, the attacking was kind of a mistake. Blue Eyes deck, I didn't attack with this because I was worried about, I didn't attack with Snowdrop because I thought it might be Blue Eyes like Sage of White Eyes, Sage of Blue Eyes. Anyways, Scrap Scarecrow gets Spanish, basically negate it right there, and I go face. I have a. And then here I go into the wrong Rikka here. I should have went into Teardrop because Blue Eyes doesn't particularly have any kind of openers or it doesn't have any kind of combos. So all I have to do with Blue Eyes is just to break the first guy that comes down. But nope, I summoned Hypertron, Hypertron, and I thought because it's his turn, the turn that I summoned it, I could draw a card and equip him up. I thought I can equip a card here. Nope, bad idea. Then here comes the misplay of the century here. He summons Twin Twister to pop my guy. And he summons Twin Twister to pop the card. I looked at it, if I let him pop it, I lose my 900 attack boost. And then it just becomes even. So I negated it. Because he only got 1 card in hand and I don't expect his last card to be like Geki or Dark Hole or whatever. So I negated it and then I changed my own negate to that. And that was bad because I just popped my own Borderlo Savage Dragon. And I feel like my opponent knows that. So I basically just threw right here. And that almost ended my winning streak. He gets a Blue Eyes Alternative in hand. If he summons it, he can banish something. At this point, I'm pretty screwed. Because I thought he was going to summon Blue Eyes Alternative. I need to draw any plant. I guess that counts as any plant, but I couldn't summon it. So I needed any plant that I can summon. Anyways, I figure at this point it's over. He summoned Blue Eye Savage Dragon. Or something. Turns out he skipped his battle phase. So either that was out of kindness for me blowing myself up for my really bad misplay, or they misplay too by skipping their battle phase. Pretty sure they went into battle phase, they just didn't hit me. Anyway, so I got another card that needed a tribute, so I hard summoned the Mudon by tributing, which is super awkward. But anyways, here comes Teardrop. Here comes Snowdrop, and then I get her out for free. So we get Snowdrop here, the 2 Teardrops fuse. Tribute the Blue Eyes, hit him in the face. Opponent doesn't have any cards, or he doesn't have any monsters he can summon. So I finished it off. I chalked that up to him being a nice person, considering I messed up big time and popped my own Savage Dragon. That was dumb. So pull the goddess out here, teardrop Rikka, and then we're just gonna go for face. Alright, and that's it. Thank you guys all for watching. I'm thinking about going Sulfur Core next, or maybe I'll go back to, I think by the time I'm in gold or platinum, I'll need to go back into invoke Shadal Dogmatica. Feels like this deck can probably get to mid-gold decently easily. Think about playing more waifu decks, probably either Sulfur Core or I forgot what the other one was, but I'm gonna do the Sulfur Core pulse here. Emblem is pretty dead right now, so Sulfur Core probably not a good idea. That being said, I'll see you before. Either way, this will be pretty cool. 310 pulls. Hopefully, we get some of the URs. 1 UR, 2 SRs in 1 pack. That's kind of crappy. I don't think. Yeah, this is not part of the archetype, but we get Grand Sulfur Core. There we go. At least we got one. Oh, this one's good. 1 UR, 2. Okay, okay, never mind. It's not that good. I got her again. A lot of SRs turned out to play out that way. It's all SRs. 2 URs, not bad. What do we get? Oh wow, 5 URs. So that's the Sulfur Core spell. A lot of really random, a lot of other random URs. Is that a tour guy of the underworld? That's not bad. Oh, that's the boss. Anyways, hopefully that's enough for the Sulfur Core cards from the deck. None of her, but that's Weather Painter, it's not Sulfur Core. We got Julia, Joshua, and we got the people. One of each UR. I don't know how Pendulum decks play, so that would be interesting to see. Alright, thank you guys all for watching. Dolphin signing out. If you're one of the opponents I fought, thank you guys for being a good sport.